In today's video, I'm going to show you how to design a blog in less than 25 minutes. No experience required. I'm going to show you step by step. By the end of this video, you're going to have a fully functional blog. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to need for our website is great hosting. So the hosting I recommend is SiteGround. They are optimized for WordPress and also for Divi, which I'll talk about in a moment. So here, when we take a look at the plans, we can see that they have really amazing prices. This is $4.99 per month. Now, if you're based, say, for example, in the US, this will be in US dollars, or so the price is going to change based on where you are. I'm in the United Kingdom. I see £4.99. So over here, you can see we have unlimited websites, which means you can host as many websites as you want. We have plenty of space, monthly visitors, amazing. Now, what I really like about this is you have free SSL. So in the future, if you decide to sell products on your website will be secure, which means all the transactions which will be happening on your website will be encrypted. Okay, so moving on, we also have WooCommerce enabled, which is fantastic. And also the most important one is the backup. Now, backups are also very important. You know, sometimes your website may break or you can get hacked. So the backup here is fantastic. Now, let's say you decide to get this plan. You click here on Get Plan. All right, so over here, this is where we are talking about our domain name. So if you have a domain name, you can just click over here and say, I already have a domain name. So you can enter your details here. Now, if you don't have a domain name, you can just click on Register New, and this will go through the registration process. So I'm going to add funnels2income.com, click on Proceed. All right, next you need to enter your email address, your password, and you need to confirm your password. Now, this is for the control panel for SiteGround. So it's important that you make a note of this. Next, you want to come over here, add your country, first name, last name, and also your address. And then finally, you need to add your card payment details. So over here, you can add your card number, expiration date and year, and your code. Cardholder's name as well. So this is where you can see your discount has been applied. And you don't really need this. I'll leave this out. And then finally over here, you can see the total is $71.86. Okay, so you just need to hit I confirm. Click on Pay Now. Now, once it goes through, you're going to get an email. And then once you get that email, it's going to have all your details about your domain name. It may take a bit of time to verify your information. But once that's done, you can now go ahead and log in. So to log in, you can just come over here to the top right. So I'm going to enter. So I'm going to enter my email address. So excellent. I'm logged in. The next step now is to come over here to websites. And you need to create a new website by clicking over here. So once you go through the whole process of setting up WordPress, it's quite straightforward. It's just next. Once it's set up, you're going to be asked to create a username and password for your WordPress admin dashboard. Now, this is also very important. Now, this takes us now to the next level. So once your website is all set up, it's going to look something like this. So this is your basic WordPress website. It's got nothing on it. So we need to now go in and add all our plugins and everything that we need to create our blog. So I'm going to come over here. So to log into your WordPress admin dashboard, you need to add wp-admin, hit enter. So you know that username and password that you've created over here in the control panel for WordPress, that's the one you need to enter over here. So I know mine is Mac admin, and I'm going to enter my password. Okay, so now I'm logged in. So I'm just going to dismiss this and just drag this around. I may also want to remove the activity here because it's too cluttered. Okay, great. Next, I need to set up my pages. So I'm going to come over here to Pages. Click on Add New. I'm going to close here. So the first page I need is called Home. I'm going to publish it. So over here on the bottom, it says always show pre-published checks. I don't need that. So I'm going to hit Publish. Okay, so that's my home page created. I need to add another one. So I'm going to go back over here, click on Add New. So the next page I need to add here is the contact. I'm going to publish it. Next, I'm going to add my blog page. I'm going to publish it. Now, if you need any more pages, you can always go ahead and add more pages, but I'm good with these 3 pages for our blog. Okay, so next I need to take a look here at my website and see if our menu here is showing. So I'm going to refresh this, and you can see here our menu is not showing. That means we need to create it. So I'm going to come over here to Appearance and then click on Menus. Next, I'm going to give this menu a name. We're going to call this Main Menu. Assign this to the primary menu. And then over here now, I'm going to click on Create Menu. Next, I'm going to say View All so I can see all my pages. And then I'm just going to select my pages that I need. Click on Add to Menu. So pretty much we're done here. I'm going to hit save menu. Now, if I come over here to my website and refresh, you notice now we have our menu over here. So if I click on blog, this should take us to our blog page and our contact page. But still, our website is not set up to show the home page. It's set up to show the blog. So you can see here, this is my URL. So it's showing the blogs. We need to change that. So back over here, we need to go to settings, reading. We are going to say, okay, for our static page, we want the static page to be the home page that we created. So I'm going to select home. And then for the post page, this is the blog page, by the way, we need to set it to blog. So these two settings here are very important. Make sure you set that up. So now we can see that the blog is gone and we are now on the home page. But of course, we can't see really much over here. So next, if you click on blog, this is where our blog posts are going to be. Now, I'm sure you can agree with me that this doesn't look very creative. It doesn't really look very exciting. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the layout of this blog in a moment. But before we do that, let's create our blog post. So I'm going to come back over here. Now, ahead of time, what I've done is I went to a website called unsplash.com and downloaded the images that I need for my design. So I've gone ahead, downloaded them. So what we need to do now, once you've downloaded the images, you need to head over here now to media and then click on library. So we need to add all our images here just to make things easy for us. So I'm going to click on add new. I'm going to select files and my images are right here. So I am going to now select them all like that and then click on open. So now all our images are being added to our media library. Next, we're going to come over here to posts and then click on categories. So let's say this is a travel blog. So I'm going to say travels. I'm going to add a category. And then over here, we have this uncategorized category. So I'm going to go in and edit. And for this one here, I'm just going to call this my gear. Perhaps you may want to talk about your gear for your blog update. So you can also add even more categories here as time goes on. Fantastic. The next step now is to add all our blog posts. So I'm going to come over here to all blog posts. So right now we have hello world. Let's get rid of it by just trashing it. And then I'm going to hit add new. All right. So the next step is to give our blog post a name. So I'm just going to call this blog 1. Next, I'm going to come over here, paste some dummy text. And then over here to the right, I'm going to click on post. And then I'm going to go to my categories and choose my category. So this one here is going to be travel. So I'm going to select that. And then on the featured image, I'm going to add my image by clicking here on set featured image. I'm going to go to my library. Now, remember, we uploaded our emails earlier on. So we just need to go in and select them. So I'm going to select this one here as my first one. I'm going to set featured image, and then I'm going to publish. Now, if you're curious what this looks like, let me just open this in a new tab. And let's take a look at our first blog post. So you can see here, it says blog 1. It has our massive image here, beautiful. And then it has our text. And then people can now come over here and comment. Now let's go ahead and add more blog posts. So to do that, I'm going to go back, click on add new. So this one here is blog 2. I'm going to paste some dummy text in here. Make sure you click on post. And this one here, let's say travels again, featured image. This time it's going to be this one here. I'm going to select my featured image and hit publish. I'm going to go back again. So wherever you are, let's say you're on the dashboard and it's time now to add a blog post. All you need to do is to come over here to posts. You can either click here and then you can just click on add new and continue adding your blog posts. So I've gone ahead and added all my 6 blogs. Now, if at any point you want to go in and edit any of these blog posts, you can just click here on edit. And then you can come over here and do all your edits. So the next step now is to really add a bit of design to our blog. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a page builder. Now for this, we're going to be using Divi. I highly recommend Divi. I've done a specific review on why you definitely need to use Divi for your blog website. So you can go ahead and watch that. I'll leave the link in the video description below. So now let's go ahead and download Divi. Go to my account, member login. And I'm going to download the theme here. So you can see it's downloaded. Next, I'm going to come over here to my account. And then I'm going to scroll to my API keys. It's important that we activate our Divi install. So I'm now going to copy my API key by clicking here. And then back over here on our website, we're now going to go into appearance, themes. I'm going to hit add new and then click on upload theme. I'm going to drag this download and let go over here. And now I'm going to click install now. Next, I'm going to hit activate. Now that Divi has been activated, we need to add our API key. So to do that, I'm going to come all the way down here and then click on theme options. Click on updates, enter your username, and then paste your API key here. Now, the reason why we need to add the API key and username, it makes it easier for us to get support from Elegant Themes, and also our pre-made layouts are easily accessible. In fact, you can't even access your pre-made layouts without the API key. And the updates also, they can be pushed automatically to your website if you have the API key installed. So now I'm going to hit Save Changes. Now let's take a look at our website. So I'm going to come over here, click on Visit Site. So I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, so it's quite plain. You can see here, we don't even have a footer. We don't have a design header. And if we come over here to our blog, this is going to show all our blog posts that we've just created on blog 1 to blog number 6. And here it is. So here we're on blog number 6, number 5, and so on. And when I click here, you notice that pretty much this is our dummy text here. You can submit your comment, and pretty much this is your design. But we can still push this to the next level by adding the template that I designed called the Divi Ultimate Template. It has all your designs pre-made for you. It will just transform your website into a beautiful blog website. Let's go ahead and download it. So over here, I'm going to go to Divi Ultimate Template. I have a limited offer, 50% off. Normally it goes for $97, but it's only going for $47. This is a limited time offer, so make sure you go ahead and purchase it. So you might be saying, well, Mac, you really tricked us into buying your Divi Ultimate Template. Here's the thing. If you buy Divi using my affiliate link, I will give you access to this template absolutely free. But if you haven't bought Divi using my affiliate link, or you're not a VIP member or lifetime member on Funnels to Income, then I have a fantastic discount for you. It's 50% off. All right, so once you come over here, you can just click Get the Offer. And this takes you now to a page where you can purchase it. And here we go. You can just enter your details here. You can see you have your discount already applied. So you can just click here on Proceed to PayPal, or you can pay using your credit card. And pretty much once you've purchased it, this will now give you a download link where you can download the template. Once downloaded, it comes in a zip file. So the file looks like this. So what you need to do is to unzip this. So you need to double click and unzip this file. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. It's been unzipped. So you're going to get a folder called Divi Ultimate Template. So what you need to do next is to double click on it, because there's two files in here. So the first file is your color palette, and the second one is your template. So I'm just going to drag this over here to the side so I can show you how to install it. So over here, back on our website, come over here to Divi, click on Theme Builder. Next, you want to click on these two arrows, click on Import. Now we need to import the file. So the one that we need to import here is this one here, the Divi Ultimate Template. So I'm going to drag and drop it here like that. Next, click Import Divi Theme Builder Templates. Okay, so our template has been installed. You can see this comes with our headers and footers, our custom body designs, 404 page. It has pretty much a lot going on here, which is pre-designed for you. Now, let me show you what this template has done. It has really transformed your website. So now I'm just going to hit Save Changes. And then I'm going to come over here. Now, remember, this is what our blog post looked like. And I'm now going to refresh this page so you can see what has happened. So if I refresh this, look at that. Our template has transformed our website into something that's really cool. So here we have our blog title. It even has our name and also the date and the number of comments. And if we scroll down here, you can see that this now looks really nice. It even shows our category there as travels. And then if I scroll down here, you can also connect this to let people sign up for your newsletter. And then finally, look at this. This is the comments area. Really, really beautiful. And then finally, we have our footer here, which we can go in and customize at any point. So this is how the template has transformed our website. But now, not only has it done this, take a look here. If I come to the blog, you're going to notice that the blog has also transformed. Look at that. We have a beautiful slider here, which cycles through all your latest blogs like that. And if I scroll down here, look at that. All this is already designed for us. This shows all our posts, and this looks really, really nice. You can also search for the blog here. And let's say someone comes on your website and they're trying to search for a page which does not exist. And let's just type in some gibberish here. If they hit enter, take a look at this. It takes them to a nicely designed error page, which when you click here, it takes you to the home page. Now let's talk about the home page, because the home page here has not been designed yet. So I'm going to go in quickly and show you how to design your main home page, because this page here is very, very important. Now let's enable the visual builder. Okay, let's go in by clicking here. Okay, so when you use Divi for the first time, you're going to see this welcome to the Divi. So all you need to do is to click on Start Building. You don't really have to take the tour, but of course, if you need to, you can just take the tour and it will show you the interface. Next, we're going to build our design here from scratch. So I'm going to select Build from Scratch. So for this design, we're going to start with 2 columns. And this is the size we're going to go with. So over here on the right, we're going to add a text module. Okay, so for my design, I prefer to design while this is snapped to the left. So here we can say, welcome to my travel blog. Okay, so I'm just going to say, hi, my name is Mac. Welcome to my travel blog. That's what I'm going to add here. And I'm also going to customize this. So I'm going to come over here to design, and then I'm going to go to text. And let's choose our font here. So the font I'm going to use is called Poppins. I'm going to select that. And I'm also going to make this nice and bold. We're going to increase the size. Okay. And then finally, I'm going to add my line height. So let's just make it easier to read by setting it to 1.2. All right. So I'm going to say for now, and then over here now on my section, I'm going to go in and add an image. So I'm going to click here on this gear icon, go to my background. And then I am going to go into the 3rd tab. Click on this plus button here to add our image. Now I'm going to use this image right here and then click upload an image. So this is going to act as my background image. And the next thing I'm also going to do here is to add some padding to my section here by clicking on design, spacing. And I'm going to add, let's try 8% to the top and bottom. In fact, we might need more than that. So let's go for 10%. Okay, great. So now we can see more of this image. I'm going to save this and let's take a look. So now I can see it looks really nice, but it's cutting off the head there. So I'm going to manually increase my padding here like that. Okay, great. So I have my name here. So all I have to do now is to darken this image a little bit so my text can be easier to read. But before we do that, let's go into the text here first and change the color to white. So we just want to add some nice contrast here. So I'm going to go into design and change this text by clicking on this paintbrush tool. And let's change this to white and save. Next, I'm going to go to my background here. I'm going to add background. Let's add black to my background here. And then on the image, I am going to go all the way down and choose my blending mode and choose multiply. So you can see here, everything has gone black, but you know what? We can fix this by coming back over here to our main color, clicking in here, and then adding some transparency. So what this is going to do is it is going to reveal image there in the background like that. This may be a bit too much. Let's just reduce this a little bit, maybe just like that. So I'm pretty happy with that. The next part here is add another section. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to click here on this plus button. It's going to be a regular section. And in here, we're going to add a single column. And in this column, we're going to add a text module. So I'm just going to call this latest. Okay. Next, I'm going to come over here to design, text. And I'm going to set my text here to Poppins, which is what I did before, like that. Let's make it all caps. Let's make it bold, or maybe semi-bold this time. We're going to increase the size a little bit to about 16 and save. Next, we are going to add another row. So this row needs to show all our blogs. So I'm going to click here on this plus button, single column, and we are going to search for our blog module and select it. All right, great. So we can decide how many blog posts we can have here. So I want to have 9 or maybe even 6. 9 is a bit too much. Let's go for 6. And I'm going to say travels. I just want to show my travels. In fact, you can decide what category you want to add here. And then for the excerpts, I can choose how much I need over here on the excerpt length. So I'm going to go with 120, and I can also decide what I can have and not have over here. So once this finishes loading, so you see we have all this information here. I think I'm just going to have the date and the category. So if I come over here to elements, I can say show featured image. I don't want to show the author, so I'm going to get rid of that, but everything else is okay. Right, so the way my blogs are structured, it's in a straight line. I don't want that. I prefer to have a grid. So I'm going to click on design and then click on layout. And instead of full width, we're going to change this to grid. Here we go. So that's our grid. It's looking great. Now, the next step now is just go in and just stylize this and make it look much better. So let's quickly go through and set this up. So I'm going to start here with my border. So I'm going to click here on this image, give it, let's say 5. Or maybe even 4. Give this some rounded corners. Okay, let's go with 5. Next, I'm going to come over here to my blog titles. We're going to change the fonts to Poppins. So we need a consistency here. We're also going to come over here to the date, do the same thing, set this to Poppins. Now you can see here I'm setting this to Poppins. You can set this to whatever. You can set this to whatever font you want. It's just that I prefer this font. Okay, so I'm going to click here on the description. Do the same thing, set this to Poppins. Okay, so I think that's looking great. So let's go to our main border. So I'm going to come over here and let's set this to 6, or was it 4 that we set it up? Can't remember now. Okay, so we're going to go with 4. Now what we can also do is we can give this a drop shadow. So we're going to come over here and let's go with this one. So I think that looks much better. Now let's customize this a little bit by coming over here to our spread strength. So we don't want this to be too much. We just want it very subtle. We are also going to reduce the strength a little bit. So we want this very, very subtle. So once we have this now, we can go to our border and decide to even like get rid of it completely. There we go. So all we have now is just our shadow. In fact, you know what? Let's go back to the shadow here and just do a little bit of work. So I'm going to go in and let's add just a hint of it, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to add the blur strength and reduce this a little bit, maybe -18. Yeah, I think -18 is working. So it's very subtle, but it's really nice. Okay, so I really like the way this is looking. So for my image here, I want to go back to the image because I don't want to have the borders right here on the bottom. So I'm going to unlink this chain and set this to 0 on the bottom like that. And I'm going to set this to 0 as well. Great. So I really like the way this is looking now. So I'm now going to save this and pretty much we are good to go. So we have our main landing page here. We scroll down, we have all our blog posts and we've just designed this beautifully. All we have to do now is to go in and link up all our email opt-ins. So to do that, we're going to need a service called Fluent CRM. But of course, you can use MailChimp. You can use all those type of services. I like Fluent CRM because it is super powerful and it stays on your website. So let's save this page. So I'm going to come over here to dashboard. I'm going to come over here to plugins and then click on add new. I'm going to search for Fluent CRM. So there's a free version and a paid version. The free version just has a few features, but the paid version has even way more features where you can do automations and all that great stuff. So now I'm going to hit activate and then I'm going to go now to my forms. So I know that my form is on the footer. So I'm going to come over here to my theme builder and I'm going to go to my global footer. Okay, so now all you have to do is to go in here, click on this gear icon to go into your email opt-in. You want to scroll down to email account. And this is where you do the connection. So if I click on this drop down, you see here we have Fluent CRM, which is the one that we've just installed. So once you connect that, your emails now will be connected. And every time someone signs up for your freebie, they will just be logged in and it's very easy for them to be added on the mailing list, which means you can send them emails with goodies, freebies, offers, all that great stuff. But most importantly, once you send them an email, they'll be able to see the latest post. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, of course, we can take this to the next level and add even more features. I'll be coming up with even more tutorials to take our blog to the next level. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell notification. By doing so, you'll be notified when I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.